morning and welcome to the VSA Capital 5-Minute Morning Miner on Monday, the 23rd of June. And, have we taken a step closer to World War III? I don't know. But obviously America has bombed Iran over the weekend. Actually, the markets are taking it very calmly. They're probably off about 40 points or something. Bitcoin has come off a little bit to about $101,000, but not a lot. Gold is pretty much unchanged, about $33.50. The oil price has gone up, but only to $78. It hasn't gone ballistic. Apparently there's a stash of 400 kilograms of enriched uranium somewhere in Iran, but the uranium price hasn't really changed. I mean, the world seems to have taken it in its stride. What do you think, Paul?
Well, I think the world may be feeling a bit complacent here at this point because this can really easily spiral out of control, despite what a number of people are talking about. So I would be much more cautious myself.
Well, of course, Russia invading Ukraine. A lot of people said that could spiral out of control, and in a way, it sort of has, but it hasn't. It's the whole world is looking at it, but it just carries on year after year after year, and actually, we just sort of get used to it. It's a terrible thing to say, and we are in a sort of a quasi World War III. The good news, as I've said before on this podcast, is that the Hemerdon tungsten mine, Tungsten West, was profitable in World War One, profitable in World War Two, and here we are in World War Three. So it's clearly good news for that. But anyway, don't go back on that, Andrew. Maybe worth actually just talking of things like that. We quite often talk about vanadium, don't we? And we obviously on this podcast talk about it as a metal, but it is the International Flow Battery Forum this week in Vienna. Very nice place to go to. I've actually talked to the International Flow Battery Forum as a speaker before. They didn't invite me this year. But not that it's mining, but our client Invinity Energy Systems has announced a lot of orders in the recent cap and floor bid that's gone in with Ofgem into the UK, which, they've said they've got 9 bids. Each one is a minimum of 400 million. Difficult to know exactly how much that is, but guessing somewhere between 18 and 36 gigawatt hours, which is huge. Let's say they just get about 5% of it. They probably got 1 gigawatt hours of vanadium flow batteries to go into the UK. That is vast. But actually, in the overall picture for vanadium, we mustn't forget there is vanadium everywhere. It's just at the moment, the price is down the pan. What's the point of mining it? And of course, you can take fly ash, and India has a lot of that, for instance, and reprocess that and get vanadium. So I know we've argued in the past, Paul, about the vanadium price. I've been very bearish. I'm afraid I've been correct because there is a huge amount of supply out there potentially. But you got any comment on all of that?
Oh, the comment he didn't cover is that VSA put out some research comment here today, so on Invinity specifically. So the people should probably access that.
Well, there you go. But we'll leave that to the tech and transitional energy analyst, Phil Smith. Anyway, right. What else on mining do you want to mention?
Oh, we had Sheffield Resources, which is the mineral sands producer in Australia. They did put out a first mineral resource estimate on their Atlantic Brazil project for the first time. It's not a small deposit either, 771 million tons at 3% indicated in inferred total heavy minerals. So that's 23 million tons of contained minerals to be recovered, and that's just from the two combined Retiro and Bujura projects there in Brazil. Now, they are trying to secure a formal mining decree on that project down there such that they can and are working toward a pre-feasibility study there, and that would essentially add to the same style of mineralization that they are currently mining with a Chinese partner there in Australia.
Okay, very good. There's a bit of, I wouldn't say, it's a little bit of news, shall we say, from Panther Metals. Do you want to comment on that? I know it's one that all the punters are playing at the moment.
Well, Panther Metals, let me pull up that one here just a second.
Well, it's. I'll tell you what, Paul. It's announced that it's opening a Bitcoin treasury account. How to get the punters really going for you, all right?
It wasn't the only one here today either that made the same announcement. I noticed across the system because other ones too, like Charlie Wood's outfit was also made that kind of an announcement as well. So there's obviously some move afoot for very junior ones in order to open essentially means of raising funds by gathering cryptocurrency for their deals and among the
Well, they plan
juniors
to
at this
purchase,
point.
don't they, 4 million of Bitcoin to hold in its Bitcoin treasury account. I
Yeah,
mean, look, there's a
that's
lot of
right.
liquidity in Bitcoin at the moment. A lot of the punters are playing these Bitcoin vehicles. I mean, well done if you can make money. But I'll be absolutely honest, I just don't understand it, so I tend to avoid it personally. But well done. It's interesting, and there is a lot of liquidity in Bitcoin. I mean, it's the equity markets could learn an awful lot of it from it. So there you go. Look, I'll tell you what, just finally, perhaps, and it's got something you're desperate to talk about. There was some drilling release from Caledonia Mining. We haven't talked about them for ages. Obviously, the Zimbabwean gold mining company
Yes, that's
actually done
right.
very well.
Yes, that's right. They put out results for almost 7,000 meters of underground drilling that they had done between January of last year and the end of April this year. And what that drilling has indicated is that the existing Blanket and Eroica ore bodies, grades and widths, which are generally better than what previous drilling has indicated, and they do show the Lima ore body also extends below the 22 level, which is at 750 meters depth at the Blanket mine. And they do have intersected another zone as well, which they, with good grades that they haven't yet got enough holes into to post a resource. But it indicates, this information all indicates that Blanket Mine will more than likely have a much extended life once a new resource statement comes out.
Yep, Canada and really sort of is a flagship for mining in Zimbabwe. They've been very successful. Well done, them. Anything else, Paul?
Just real quickly to say that Westgold had also put out a new resource estimate there for the Beta Hunt nickel gold mine as well, increased total gold resources by over 2 million ounces in indicated, measured, indicated, and inferred. And so that it already had a mine life of 10 years, but another 2+ million ounces would indicate there's another 10 yet to go for Beta Hunt. And that's pretty good for a deposit that was up for sale due to exhaustion not even 10 years ago. So.
Sounds good. We'll call it a day there. I think you will be probably with Ollie tomorrow because I am flying up first thing in the morning from Cornwall to London. Hopefully, Eastern Airways will be on time. So I'll be back on. Not quite sure actually because I've got various things going on. But you may or may not catch me this week. Who knows? It'll be the excitement for listeners. Will I be on or not? There you go. Thanks, Paul.
I got it. Thanks.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.